Hello, this is Manesh Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is December 27, 2010. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the Forex currency markets, where we cover all the currencies out there. We'll try to get to most of it at least. This slide here is for a normal disclaimer. This is basically to state this is for educational use only. All charts are either in Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or FreeStockCharts.com. Here are our contact details. You can follow us on Ichimoku Trading. As you know, things are kind of getting slow for around the holidays, so please bear with us. Things are, we are taking vacations too. Okay, so let's go straight to the heat map. Let me go find the heat map. So I'm not going to go for the heat map descriptions at all today. We don't need to go for that every week. If you're interested in the heat map, the rating system we have, you could go to ichimokutrade.com and you can register for free, and you can go for the video there. Basically, what we're looking for are for the bullish side, we're looking for 5 or 6s on the D0, which is the daily time frame, and also the same thing for the weekly. And for the bearish side, we're looking for -5 to -8s for the weekly. Okay, if you look through here, we had some great opportunities on the Switzy side. We'll go for that. That came through the Ichimoku heat map last week, but we'll go and talk about that. But there was a lot of Switz pairs that were trending last week that were great. Okay, so if we look here, we're looking for consistency. We're definitely going to look at Australian USD because it's 7 on both sides for the weekly and daily. US CAD, we're going to definitely look at that. We'll look at US Switzy. So that's telling us all those are trending right now. Okay, so we'll definitely look at those there. We're going to look at Australian yen because it looks like it's about to go higher. We'll definitely look at that one. Euro yen is one that could be an opportunity that's coming up because -2 went to 7, and then this is 4 over here. So we're going to look at there. CAD yen, conflict. New Zealand yen, there's a possibility there. Possibility on Switzy. Euro Switzy is trending right now. Euro pound is conflicting, and start looking through. Euro Australian is trending. Let's keep on scrolling down. Oh, we got two. New Zealand, Australian, New Zealand is trending. So Australian looks like it's strong if you look about all these rating systems here. So Australia, anything with Australian looks like it's strong going forward, except Australian Switzy. So it's maybe Switzy strong than Australian. So let's go look at the charts. I'm going to do a little different on the charts. On the left-hand side, we're going to have the daily time frame. On the right-hand side, we're going to have the weekly. Okay, that way we could go through a lot of these a lot faster. Okay, so if you look here, this is the weekly time frame. You can see that prices in the clouds basically telling us our higher time frame is consolidating. If you look at our daily time frame, basically it started trending, pulled back, and then started trending here, trying to get to lows here. You got to this, all the closing prices here, kind of stopped there and bounced off that. But things still look good for this to be bullish. Okay, now if this thing does not start going down in the next 2 to 3 days, then this thing has a possibility going higher. Okay, and the reason why is if you look at the weekly time frame, is consolidating, and if you look at the Tinkinson Cajanson, they're still bullish. So this thing does have a tendency of going higher in order for this to go. If it doesn't sit there and continue now in the next couple of days. Okay, so we'll have to look at this once it comes back to this level, because overall, if this thing just consolidates for the next 2 or 3 months, there's a possibility that this thing can re-go test the lows in the future, but we're not going to determine that right now. Okay, let's go look at the pound USD. If you look at the pound USD, same thing as Euro USD. The weekly price is in the cloud, but notice the Tinkinson has not followed, so there's conflict right there. And this has a tendency of probably going to pull this thing back up. If you look at the pound over here, it broke for this support level here, came down to this next support level, basically stopped there. Price and Tinkinson are equalizing right now. And again, this thing has the next couple of days to continue to go down to the downside. If it doesn't, then there's a high possibility that this is going to form the double bottom here and start going up for a pullback on the weekly time frame. Okay. Let's go look at US Switzy. US Switzy is stronger compared to all the others. If you look at the weekly time frame, that's trending to the bearish side. We're at the double bottom though. Be careful, okay? That's a minor double bottom, not a major. Okay, and if you look here or down here too, so be very careful. But you know, if you're not into a trade, don't get into it unless you do a breakout trade where you go below the double bottom with a buffer. If you're in the trade, keep your stops very tight because you don't know what's going to happen here. But this does look very strong to keep on going down to the downside. Okay, let's go look at Australian USD. That was good. Remember, Australia and Switzerland were good on our rating system. If you look here, it's still very, very strong. Australian USD, there's a high possibility of retesting this high here at 1.01767. So keep on looking for that. If you're looking for any day trading trades, I'll definitely keep on looking at bullish trades for Australian USD. Let's go look at Australian CAD. Australian CAD, same thing, still looks very, very strong. I'll be very careful in the next couple of days. The Chicago right now is telling me that this could be a double bottom for the next couple of days, but if it breaks through within 2 days, then this thing can go higher. If not, there's a high possibility that this is going to be a double bottom here and here pullback. But you know, it could go either way. Remember, you got to sit there and trade your trading plan. So if you have a breakout strategy, you can sit there and go above the double top up here on a breakout here. But remember, the Tinkins and Cajuns are in the cloud, so you have to do a breakout strategy instead of a pullback strategy on that one. Okay, let's go look at British Pound Switzy. This is one that came up on our heat map last week, and this is one that we traded, and it was really, really good. You can look at it as bearish trending. It still looks very good to the bearish trending, but it does need a minor pullback here on the weekly time frame, which it possibly did get here, but we got to wait for another major pullback. Remember, this broke for the support, kind of wanted to come back up here, so if it could pull back up to here at 50.75 and then pull and then keep on going down, that'll be great. Okay, let's go look at Australia, New Zealand. That was another one on the heat map that was trending well. Look at this guy. This looks really, really good going to the top side. Remember, you kind of want it to sit there and pull back close to this level here, 32.42. If you could get to 32.42, then I'll definitely start looking for opportunities to go to the top side. If this is strong, this is going to keep on going now. Okay, let's go look at Australian, New Zealand USD. Look at New Zealand USD. You got weak bullish on the weekly and bearish, weak bearish on the daily, so there's conflict there. There's nothing there at all. Let's look at Euro CAD. Euro CAD basically is bearish here, but look at the Tinkins and Cajuns, and they still haven't crossed yet, so that's a conflict right there. So that's weak bearish, and over here it's bearish here. So this thing's going to pull back and then has a possibility of going down lower. Just depends on what happens after this point right there. Okay, but this thing can consolidate for next a week or two, and then sit there and make this bearish too. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Let's see. Oh, Euro Pound. It said there was conflict. And you could see that the heat map was correct. There's conflict there, so there's no really opportunities there. So we went for the heat map. You could go back to the video and you could see all the ones that are trending. If you're day trading, definitely stay on the side of the trend where both the daily and the weekly are conforming. If you get conflict on both, be very careful in which way you go. Keep your stops tight. Have a good week trading, and see you on the other side of 2011.